Well, the other coalition that's interesting to watch is the coalition between Donald Trump and Elon Musk, who have been best buddies since Trump went to the White House, but that relationship seems to have soured a little bit over Trump's economic plan. Elon Musk tweeted over the last 24 hours, "I'm sorry, but I just can't stand it anymore. This massive, outrageous, pork-filled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination." Tell us how you really feel, Elon. "Shame on those who voted for it. You know you did wrong. You know it." This, of course, is Trump's big, beautiful bill. Caroline Leavitt, the White House spokesperson, was asked, is this the end of the bromance between Trump and Musk?
Look, the president already knows where Elon Musk stood on this bill. It doesn't change the president's opinion. This is one big, beautiful bill, and he's sticking to it.
Before we talk about the bill, if we get to it, the relationship, I think, is interesting because people were accusing Elon Musk of being a de facto president. They said he's only working for the Trump administration to get favour for his business. But clearly that's not the case, because Elon Musk, who only just finished up working as part of Doge, has been straight on the front foot. A disgusting abomination, he says, of Trump's economic plan. He's clearly not trying to suck up to the Trump administration. The other thing that's funny is they got criticised for being too close, but then everyone said, "Oh, but now they've broken up. See, I knew it wouldn't last." I don't think it's any of that. I think it's two fairly mature, strong men who have strong opinions and work together where they can, and where they disagree, but that doesn't mean the relationship is fractured or, "See, we told you it was never going to work." They're two men with their own minds who've done very well for America and now have a disagreement.
And they were always destined to butt heads in some way, right? I mean, you can't put...
in a paddock?
Exactly. You can't put two blokes like that in a room and expect that they're going to agree all of the time and have a wonderful time. They had to disagree at some point. And also the point that, you know, he was supposedly sucking up to Trump for his own benefit. Well, it's abundantly clear that was not the case, because he's taken a massive personal hit in terms of his companies and his wealth in the time that he was running Doge. And he, at the same time, was taking great interest in you know, interfering, if you want to use that word, in politics in other countries as well. It was never just about the United States. He was getting involved in Europe. He was making overtures in Australia. So it was never just about currying a favour with Trump. As for the one big, beautiful bill, I mean, most of it's stuff that Trump promised he would do when he was elected anyway. But the one thing that is a problem, and that's what Musk is carrying on about, is that the debt ceiling is increased to $4 trillion, right? And the debt ceiling is the amount of money that the government is allowed to borrow in order to keep doing its work. And so essentially what Musk is saying is, I was, you know, spent the last 100-odd days working for you, trying to reduce government spending, and then you've come along and basically given the green light to increase government spending. Yeah. That's what he's upset about, and I don't think there's an issue with him being upset about that, because that's essentially what he's worked so long for.
He wasn't there to cut government spending. He was there to cut government waste.
Sure.
There's got to be a differentiation between government spending and government waste. I know the cynic says, what's the difference? But Trump wants to spend a lot of money on the military.
It's military, it's defence, it's border security.
Yes.
And the bill does involve $1.5 trillion in cuts. And another point that the Trump administration has made is that basically the costings released by the budget office there is not accounting for the revenue generated by the tariffs. And that is part of Trump's economic strategy, essentially broaden the tax base by imposing tariffs so you don't have to tax Americans as much. They're going to raise between $2.3 and $3.3 trillion, which is enough to offset, if not actually mean the big, beautiful bill is a surplus, technically. So there are a lot of arguments around how they're costing this, the precise numbers. But overall, the one thing I find so funny is the Democrats have spent the last 6 months trying to demonize Elon Musk. And now the first sign of trouble in paradise, they're like, see, we always knew Elon Musk would come back to the right side. It's like, wait, 2 months ago you were calling him a Nazi. How does this work?
They're all buying Teslas again.
Yeah. Teslas are back.